And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. And it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's Charlotte with it. Pass the ball. 5 on the clock. And it's denied.
24-second violation. Celtics ball.
White with it. It's Brown on the wing. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Ball no good. White against Miller. Pass to Hauser. Here's Cada. And here is Brown. Shot clock at 6. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brown's got the first 3 points tonight for the Celtics.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Ball finds Bridges. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
The first one falls. The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
All hits them both. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Now, here's Brown. Those offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Bridges outside. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
Pass to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Ball, following the three-pointer by Boston. Here's Diabate. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Lets it go with a 3. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Knipple. Ball's got 5.
There's Ball with the answer. I love the fire this guy plays with.
On the wing, Brown. Out to White. There's the pick. Over Miller. And it's Boston with another. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside ball. Miller against White. Left side ball. And Boston with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They were hustling to get in front of every play they could, always getting a hand in the shooter's face.
And so Miller will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1, and the shot goes down.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
There's a screen. Outside White. From outside the arc. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. He should have a good one.
Pass the ball. Back to Miller. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And great play by the young guy. Miller doesn't let the clock disrupt this motion.
Brown outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now, here's Ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And in addition to putting up points, he terrorized ball handlers, racking up a ton of steals.
Miller with the ball. White covering. Knipple, no good. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, "Not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
For 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Richard, I'll say this. Jaylen Brown's often at the heart of a debate about what his true value is. I think it's immense.
Oh, I don't know what the debate is. I don't know the difference between megastar, superstar, but he is a proven all-star, an all-NBA player, and a finals MVP.
And Brown drops them both. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
Ball with the bucket.
So much confidence from Ball. Been doing that since he was a youngin'.
Outside, White. Pass to Hauser. They set the pick. Here's Keita. And here's Brown outside. Miller grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Ball. 8 points for him. Here's Diabate. Charlotte moving it around. Right side, Ball. He doesn't hit that one.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Here's Keita. Misses the baby hook.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
On the wing, Miller. White covering. Here's Ball. And it's all evened up. Ball's got 10 points in the game.
And there's never been a question about LaMelo's handles. There's a lot he can do with the ball in his hands.
Pass to Cato. Here's Brown. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
The Celtics have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Trying to end the drought. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And Ball is a proven distributor. He's got a real talent for spotting the cracks in the D.
White is checked in for the Hornets.
The line for one.
Celtics trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Check out the score for Jaylen Brown. To White, deflects the pass, stolen by Ball. It's good. He's got 5.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now here's Brown. He's covered closely. Outside White. Shot clock at 5. They set the screen. Boston again missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Tries the spin move. It's stolen by Pritchard. Here's Walsh. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Brown's shot is good.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Here's White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hand.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
And that one falls for White.
When White is in rhythm, he is a good all-around scorer and can carry the offense in stretches.
Williams, he's checked in for the Hornets. Miller comes in for Knipple. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game. Pass to Pritchard. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's good vision by JB. Draws the D, kicks it out. He's grown that part of his game.
On the wing, Williams. Now, here is Miller. A 17-point game for him in the win against Dallas. Clock at 6. The kick out to Ball.
2 minutes.
Over in the corner, White. Another shot. That one's in, his first shot this game.
You can see White's confidence continuing to improve, especially when he's converting in pick and rolls.
Inside, Kata, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
White the pass to Ball. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. So both teams changing it up here.
On the court.
Pass to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. And there is White, and that's good on the assist by Williams. And that's now 6 points for Kobe White. Celtics trail by 3. .58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here's Vucevic. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Vucevic to the pass to Banton. 6 to shoot. And it's Vucevic in the corner. And the Celtics another 3.
Big man Vooch showing some quickness on that release.
Williams a screen on Pritchard. Right the pass to Williams. Picked off in midair. Gonzalez down low. He's defended by Connaughton. Pass to Gonzalez. And here's Vucevic. Pritchard with a wide open look. Kept alive. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Just a stellar rebounder. Vooch, look, he relishes getting those extra offensive rebounds.
Miller surveying the floor. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics out in front. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
We've got Peyton Pritchard. And it's Banton in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. Back to Gonzalez. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
White finds Miller. Now here's Connaughton. And here is Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Gonzalez. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. Connaughton against Gonzalez. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Now here's Vucevic. He's tightly guarded. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. White against Pritchard. White inside. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Attacking the heart of that defense. What I like about White, he can finish with either hand.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Entertainment, everyone. Come on, make some noise.
Both teams will make substitutions. With this pause in the action, I'll show you the NBA's highest scoring teams since the All-Star break. In third, the Hornets.
And as we get to the stretch run of this season, it seems their offense has improved. I mean, they're really getting comfortable with one another, and their production has also increased.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brown the pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. He's started by Williams. Now Vucevic coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. The shot that time not on target. Williams kicks to Miller. On the wing, Williams. Miller outside. Back to Williams. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Boston's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Yeah, when he's within range, Vuce is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against the Thunder, this is what the fans have been wanting to see. Two of the best teams in the league duking it out, and you know whoever gets the win is going to be viewed as the team to beat.
Pritchard with the ball. White covering. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. Here's Brown. Vucevic setting the pick for Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Over Miller. Brown, no good. Charlotte trailing. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Now here is Miller after Jaylen Brown's miss. Pass to Pritchard. This ball movement by Boston. Back to Hauser. Boston, no good that time either. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And here's White. Ball feeling it out a bit. With the floater. A rebound by the Celtics. Pritchard with the ball. He's coming off a 25-point game against Milwaukee. Vucevic. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now, here's Ball. 10 points for him. To the inside. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. It's good. This game is all even. 7 points in the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Pritchard. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Outside, White. Outside, Ball. Miller kicks to Bridges. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
How about the balance and focus? Knock Bridges around all you want, but he is determined to score.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Charlotte. All right, fans, here comes the second payment. Little Erie.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Knipple comes in for Brandon Miller. The free throw is good, now leading by one. Richard, one thing we see in this league, teams changing coaches much more often than they change the GM.
Yeah, one guy picks the players, the other guy coaches the players. Seems like a shared responsibility, but the job security, well, that's not equal.
Now, here's Brown. 13 points in the game. Over Knipple. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Sam Hauser. He hits the second from the line. Now Pritchard. Outside, White. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Brown. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Pritchard. White covering. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Here's White. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got 8 points. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Knipple. No scoring in this one. Bridges, no one around him. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Good to see Ball dishing it out there, especially to one of his perimeter shooters.
Boston trailing. Here's Keita. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. On the wing, Brown. Let's go. Back to Pritchard. To the paint. It's deflected. Bridges with the steal. And now ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
Pritchard against White. It's White on the wing. There's the pick. Pocket 6. Stolen by Ball. Right side, White. Pass to Williams. Bridges outside. Williams has a screen for Bridges. The kick out to Ball. Now Knipple puts up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Boston. Pass to Shireman. Looking to end the run. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up. The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Charlotte. Both good from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Bridges. A steal. Here's Walsh. Defended by Bridges. White. Good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Charlotte leading by 3. When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
Austin with the ball, following the bucket by the Hornets. Back to White. Shoots over White. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Knipple's got 6 rebounds in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Connaughton. They set the pick. The 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And now an 8-point Charlotte lead.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's White. He's got 10. Here's Shireman. He's defended by Connaughton. 5 to shoot. Down low. Now here's White. 8 points for him. Connaughton passes to Bridges. Bridges double team. White wide open. He fires. And again, Charlotte with the triple. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Hornets?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Guys?
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Now, here's Bridges. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Here's Knipple. He's covered by Brown. Cuts off the pass. Pass to White. And here's Brown. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached halftime in this one. Hornets lead by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch gene. And now let's roll it back to that first half. How about LaMelo Ball so far?
He's in the mood offensively, carving up the defense like Kenny carves up that tofurkey on Thanksgiving.
Tofurkey.
Yeah, that's like tofu and turkey mixed together. I can't lie. I get into that.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And Boston has possession. Checking out the group for Charles Lee to start the second half. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the center, filling out the middle. Now Knipple after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Bridges outside. Pass to Diabate. Just 5 on the clock. And Shireman pulls it down.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Outside, White. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
White against Bridges. Pass to Knipple. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists in the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's White. 12 points for him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. White's got 15.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Knipple with it. He's covered by Brown. Bridges outside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hornets lead by 11.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to White. Celtics passing it around. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
Now here's Brown. He's got 13. Here's Queta. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Boston, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
At the line, Namias Queta. At the line for 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That one is no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Knappel wide open, and he fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Go home, Celtics. That was some entertainment. Let's give one another round of applause.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. The Hornets number 1.
The 3 has become a major weapon for them over this stretch. Great movement on the perimeter. They're not taking any bad shots.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Hauser with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Boston again missing.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Shoots from the baseline. Again, the Hornets score.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Outside, White. Pass to Hauser. Now here's Brown. Lets the 3 fly. Miller grabs the miss.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Ball kicks to Bridges. Miller against White. Steps back. Lets it go from deep. Miller, no luck.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now here's Brown. D right on him. Pass to White. And here is Brown. Takes it from 10. And there is White. And that's good on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight. And here are the Hornets now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Miller, the pass to Ball. Here's Diabate. Rebound, Boston. Queta's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to White. Here's Hauser. Outside, White. There's a good screen. The kick out to Brown. There's the triple. Here's Queta. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Cada's got his second bucket of the night. Hornets leading by 13. Pass to Miller. Bridges a screen on White. Bridges outside. To the paint. Here's Diabate.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Boston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown. Back to White. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer. White with another miss. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Pass the ball. Now Knipple. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
That free throw missing. And when players get into a little extracurricular conversation with opponents, RJ, do you think officials are a little too quick to hit them with a double T?
No, that's just officials trying to get control of the game, giving both players a warning. That's all a tough technical is a warning, because we don't have both players have been warned. We have both players have technicals.
Celtics trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Shireman. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Diabate. Miller kicks the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's about as smart a player as you'll find. LaMelo going to the up fake to earn the trip to the line.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Ball.
It's obvious that LaMelo Ball loves making trouble for the defense. He loves to go right at guys in attacks without hesitation.
The Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And so he hits both. Now White. He's got 17. Pass to Cada. Here's Pritchard. Here's the screen. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Pritchard's got 6 points.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way.
Knipple with the bucket.
How about the response by Knipple there? Love seeing him answer the call with a triple of his own.
Here's Pritchard. 6 points for him. Back to White. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Knipple with it. 12 points for him. It's good. Diabate's got 7 points here in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Shireman. White down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Boston, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2, Derek White.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he can't get the first one. Vucevic checked in for the Celtics. And he sinks the second. Hornets leading by 19. Now here is Miller. 6 points for him. Outside ball. And the shot clock expired. 24-second violation. Let's now take this time to run down the rookies with the highest rate of steals in the season's second half. Fifth on the list, Con Knipple.
His steal rate in the second half of the season shows that he's figuring out the league, so they'd better learn to look out for him.
Celtics trail by 19. Now Pritchard. He has 6. From past the arc. Knipple with the rebound. Knipple's got 7 rebounds in the game. And talking to Con Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Vucevic is screen on Miller. White against Miller. White dishes to Vucevic.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break, averaging about 16 points, 7 assists, and just over 2 blocks. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
And the first one at the line is good.
Vooch doesn't get to the line as much as you would expect, but he does shoot a good number from there.
Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Celtics. Grant Williams is checked in for the Hornets. White comes in for Ball. He's perfect from the line this time. Hornets leading by 20. And here's Miller. He's got 6. Outside White. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound.
Okay, a chance to check out the numbers for Miller. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Celtics trail by 21. 1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. Pritchard passes to Gonzalez. Right a screen. Here's Walsh. Here's Vucevic. And it's good. The time running down in the shot clock. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's so well prepared. Vuce can get the shot off no matter what time is on that clock.
Pass to Kneppel. Miller against White. Miller outside. The tray. That one no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
It's White on the wing. Covered by Miller. Back to White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Boston needs to get off a shot. Pritchard from outside. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 22 is their biggest lead. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And White isn't just a perimeter threat. He also knows when to challenge defenses inside.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and it's Brown in for White. Bridges is checked in for the Hornets. Good on the second free throw. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
That's rock-solid defense on a really good score.
White looking around. Pass to Miller.
Yo, set it up.
And here is Williams. Vucevic defending. Bridges inside. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Vucevic, and it's Gonzalez in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. White the pass to Bridges. Clock at 6. There's the screen. Here's Ball. And he drops it in from the low post. Ball's got 19 points.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Now, here's Vucevic. Not a lot of room. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Knocks down the three ball.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. Shoots over Gonzalez. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 19.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
White against Pritchard. Uses the glass to finish the way.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Ball against Brown. Basket good. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Pick by Vucevic. Inside. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Bridges finds Ball. Back to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
And the shot is good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
There's White. To the paint. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by White. White's got his 4th assist in this one. Celtics trail by 19. Left side, Brown. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Ball.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they're trailing in this ball game.
Bucket is good. Ball's got 8 here in the quarter.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Pass to Garza. Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, 1, hungrier, 2, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Vucevic. Clock at 6. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Hornets leading by 21. And White kicks to Williams. Sinks the triple. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Brown with it, now guarded by Ball. Brown jams it in!
Showing off his pure athleticism, Brown with a memorable finish.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Hornets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Knipple. He's covered by Brown. Knipple with it. Yes, that goes in. Knipple's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Getting through the bump, nobody's stopping Knipple.
Here's Shireman. Brown outside. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6 from 15 feet away, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
Miller against White. Miller the pass to Ball. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
White, good.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Hornets leading by 22. Outside, Ball. Pass to Williams. Jacks up a three. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 9 assists now tonight. Outside, White. Here's Shireman. He's covered by Ball. White looking around. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Diabate's got 7 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Miller. Can't hit from in close.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Pass to Shireman. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Ball. White the pass to Keita. Nice ball movement by Boston. Hauser misses. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Williams. On the wing, Miller. For the three, and another 3 for Charlotte.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Now here's White. Now here's Brown. The 3. The Hornets pull it in. Ball's got 5 rebounds tonight. And you hear about the second apron, bringing both financial and basketball-related penalties. Richard, you think that shrinks the window for contending teams?
It's going to force some very, very tough decisions. We've already seen teams making adjustments to put themselves in a better financial position. Those penalties, they're aggressive.
Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Keita. White, wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside. White's got 23 points.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Ball dishes to Williams. To the middle. Here's Knipple. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Pass to Shireman. Back to Brown. Miller against White. Here's Keita. Stolen by Ball. Miller kicks to Williams. Back to Miller. Lets it go. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
Pass to Hauser. Now Brown. 1:46 left in the game. This one for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
It's stolen.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Charlotte.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for LaMelo Ball.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And it's Brown missing.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively, really having a hard time finding his shot.
On the wing, Williams. Hauser defending. Here's Miller. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Here's Keita after the basket by Charlotte. The three ball, and he's good on the three ball.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Miller outside. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action with Hall of Famers Grant Hill. Grant, as the season draws to a close, most individual player stats are becoming more solidified.
And that can affect players' mentalities, B.A. Since certain numbers may bring bonuses or trade interest, meanwhile, winning still has to be job number one.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Hauser outside. Pass to Brown. Let's go with a 3. Ball with the rebound. Here's Charlotte. It's a 3-point game. Now Miller, defended by Hauser. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
White, the pass to Brown. Shoots a fadeaway. No good there.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Bridges down low, defended by Hauser. Snatched away. Outside White. Pass to Hauser. To the left wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's Hauser. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. Diabate grabs the board. Here's Knipple. Defended by Brown. The 3 from Ball. Counted from distance. Ball's got 6.
3 out of 3. Perfect start. Let's see how long they can ride this wave.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. BA, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Brown. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Brown showing off that delicate touch, becoming much more reliable with his jumper the longer he plays in the NBA.
Ball into the lane. And the shot's good. Ball's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7", or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
White for 3. The rebound by Bridges.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Ball outside. And Ball throws it down.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Pass to Keita. To the inside. Here's Knipple, defended by Brown. Miller outside from the arc. He drops it from range. Miller's got 5 points.
I just love the ball movement.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Peyton Pritchard.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
tipped away. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Knipple. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Here's Knipple. Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over White. Miller can't get it to go.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Here's Shireman, hounded by Ball. They set the pick. White for 3. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Pass to Shireman. Brown scanning the floor. Will it go? On the wing, Hauser. Here's Shireman, hounded by Ball. Here's White on the take. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
How about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Back to Ball. Pass to Diabate. Miller outside. Fires the 3. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 15. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Ball outside. Inside. Here's Knipple for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move.
Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. Number 1, the Celtics. Second, Charlotte.
And over the last month, both teams have been playing excellent defense, really working hard to prevent other teams from scoring a lot on them.
And here's Hauser. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Diabate. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
White, the pass to Queta. And here's Brown. They still need this. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
You have to admire the growth of Jaylen Brown. He comes in as an attacking athlete. He's now a better passer, and he absolutely is a knockdown three-point shooter.
And both free throws good for Brown. And Doris, very disciplined are the Celtics at the defensive end of the floor.
And BA, they do something that great defensive teams do. They limit their fouls. They don't gamble for steals. They try to give up one contested shot. At the rim, it's all about verticality.
Just 5 to shoot. Miller against White. Kept alive by Charlotte. Up top ball. He's got 10. Tries again. Pass to Miller. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. The shot by Diabate, no good. Celtics trail by 18. Here's White. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, PA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
That's good from White.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender, a guy who can contribute to a good team.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Charlotte. White hits them both.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. Buries it down low. Ball's got 12 points in the game.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Here's Shireman. Here's Keita. No points so far. Pass to Brown. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
White with it. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Down low. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And the Hornets lead by 17.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Brown passes to Keita. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. And Boston with some changes. Walsh comes in for Hauser. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Shireman.
Walsh, Peyton Pritchard.
Outside Pritchard. White with a screen on White to the paint. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Pritchard.
After missing his first 4 shots, he finally gets one to drop.
Up top, White, defended by Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Ball. No good. His first miss. He's 5 for 6 now. Celtics trail by 15. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back to you.
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Pritchard against White. With the floater. Controls the rebound and the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 17. 1:49 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Keita. Outside, Brown. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound. And that one is hammered home.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. .125 left in the first. Williams on the wing. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Now here's White. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And there's the drive. Back to Williams. This one for three. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
So far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Pritchard against White. Pritchard, the pass to Gonzalez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Vucevic. Hornets with the rebound. Outside White.
Get there, get there.
29 seconds left in the first. Charlotte shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Charlotte, Kalkbrenner, taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. And he's good on the second. Celtics trail by 16. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Benton. Outside Pritchard. Shoots over White. Good work defensively by White. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Hornets so far.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
We've got Delano Banton. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Miller. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
And he makes a first. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller. and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Well, Doris, one of the highest compliments you'll hear about ball handlers is saying you can't speed them up.
That's exactly right, B.A., because pressure against the best players doesn't bother them. In fact, the greatest players want more than one defender, because then they know that puts their team at an advantage if they can make great decisions.
And the three-pointer goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
The kick out to White. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Left side, Pritchard. Launches a three, and the rebound goes to Charlotte. They led the game at 1 point by 20. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Outside White. Connaughton outside. Beyond the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. 17-point game. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Walsh. Outside Pritchard. They set the screen. The three. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Boy, a very quiet start, but looks like he's starting to find a little something out there.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
There they are. Make some noise for Celtics Entertainment.
Both teams will make substitutions. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics. 5th, the Hornets.
Both of these teams have been so physical. 2 of the best rebounding the ball over the last 10 games.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Miller outside. Pass to Bridges. Down low. Uses the glass on the layup. 7 points in the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pritchard against White. Vucevic, the pass to Hauser. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Williams grabs the board. Hornets leading by 16. Outside White. Lets the three fly. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Brown. Three-pointer off the mark. Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. White against Pritchard. Back to Miller. With the 10-footer. Boston with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown finds Pritchard. Vucevic, a screen on White. Pass to Vucevic from outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Mr. Vucevic has elite range for a big man. He will punish you from downtown if you let him.
White against Pritchard. White, the pass to Miller. touch off the glass. Miller's got 10 points.
Yeah, Brandon Miller's got that wiry strength. That's an excellent finish.
Hauser outside. Bridges against Brown. Vucevic, a screen on Bridges to the inside. Williams on the wing, defended by Hauser. Inside, it's tipped. Out of bounds, Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Cada's checked in. And a change for the Hornets. Ball's checked in. Boston on D. They trail by 18. Miller outside.
Celtics foul. Shireman.
Knipples checked in for Charlotte.
Second team foul. Charlotte. Substitution. Number 7. Tom Knippel.
And the Hornets with possession here. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
Boston shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
At the line with 1 shot.
One shot.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. The lead is 15.
Miles Bridges has a frame that allows him to play through contact, and he welcomes and relishes those opportunities.
It's his first trip to the line.
It's hard to forget how much he struggled from the line during their last matchup.
First free throw is good.
Guys, what we've come to learn about Miles Bridges is this guy is a force on the offensive end. Whether he's inside or outside, you know he's going to be aggressive trying to put the ball in the basket.
Bridges hits them both.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Celtics trail by 17. Now Brown. 7 points in the game. Such a wide open look. Shireman's gotten his second bucket on the night.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Bridges outside. Back to ball. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Celtics trail by 16. Pass to Cada. Now Pritchard. 5 on the clock. Goes up at the elbow. Good D by Ball.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Your high IQ player. Knipple, he just knows how to draw the foul in the act.
Charlotte shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And primarily in college, Knipple was used as a floor spacer, a guy who is lethal from range. But he showed signs of being able to make plays and crash the glass as well.
Derek White's checked in for Boston. Kobe White, he's checked in for Charlotte. Good on the second, so he makes them both. Celtics trail by 18. Outside White. Back to Brown. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession. Taking a look at defensive metrics, these are the guys who continue to block shots at a high rate. Number 5 is Derek White.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
To the middle. Here's Knipple, defended by Brown. Pass to Knipple. Ball outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Knipple, no good. Boston's gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Here's Ball. He's got 14. Pass to White. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Shireman. He's guarded by White. Brown passes to Queta. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Ball outside. Bridges outside. White against Ball. Pass to White. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. White's got 7 points for the quarter. Celtics trail by 20. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you guys.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. And there's a pick. Bridges passes to White. Pure from three-point range. White's got 10 points in the game.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
And here's Brown for three. Can't get that one to go. And now just 3 of 10 shooting.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
Pass to White. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Outside, Brown.
Hey, right here.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Knipple with the rebound.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Bridges finds ball. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Brown with the steal. Inside, knocked loose. White against Brown. White drives in. Pass to Knipple. It's Bridges on the wing. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Friday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Brandon Miller comes in for White. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Now here's Hauser. He's guarded by Bridges. Hauser passes to White. 6 to shoot. Kick out to Brown. Over Knipple. Brown gets the bucket. Brown's got 11 points.
One of Jaylen Brown's advantages is the lift he gets off the floor. Just a tremendous athlete.
Ball taking his time here. 24 seconds left to play in the half. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by White. The 15-footer. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Charlotte with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them. But I'll go with either Bird or Jordan, because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie. Because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Oh, just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
And now let's roll it back to that first half. How about LaMelo Ball so far?
And one of the league's brightest young stars, LaMelo Ball, putting on a show. He makes big plays and has fun while doing it.
His creativity, Shaq, it makes the game fun to watch.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Here's Shireman. On the court for the Hornets. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knippel, and it's Diabate in at the center position. White drives in. 5 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now that we're late into the season, here's how the East stacks up. You take a look at the Celtics. With the playoffs fast approaching, they are well positioned at second place in the conference. And checking out Charlotte, quite a bit of space between these two.
Well, right now for Boston, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
Well, this is clearly an area that LaMelo Ball takes pride in, the ability to set up his guys.
Brown passes to Queta. Now White. Here's Hauser. Off target from outside. Charlotte's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. And the basket by Bridges.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Miller outside. Pass to Knippel. Here's Diabate. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Hauser outside. Now here's Brown. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here's Charlotte now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Bridges passes to Miller. Here's Knippel. Now here's Bridges. He's guarded by White. Here's Diabate. The three-pointer off the mark. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. To the inside, White. Ball with a steal. Now here's Miller. He's closely guarded. Pass to Knippel. Miller on the wing. From the high post. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. Hauser, that's good.
You like how Derek White scans the floor, always aware of where the opportunities are. Nicely done.
Pass to Diabate. Now Miller. And here's ball. There's a screen. Down low. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
LaMelo Ball showing off that facilitation. That is pretty pick-and-roll basketball.
And the Celtics call time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And since the All-Star break concluded, here's a view of which teams are leading the league in second chance points. Number 1, the Hornets.
Second half of the season, they've made a concerted effort to compete on the offensive glass, and you see it in the numbers.
And here's Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside, Brown. Clock at 6. Goes up on the baseline, and he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
How about the up fake from Jaylen Brown? This guy's so convincing with it.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And he sinks the second. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Bridges outside. Back to ball. Miller outside. They set the pick. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by White. Hauser outside. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. To the inside. Here's Miller. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What a big-time talent Brandon Miller is. Send it home, young sir.
And when it comes to adding sizzle to the steak, just watch LaMelo Ball, Doris.
I love that, B.A. Certainly, entertainment is a big aspect of this young man's game. The fancy dribbling, the no-look passes, the range on his three-point shooting. He alone can be worth the price of a ticket.
Brown. Ball with the rebound. The Hornets have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Pass to Diabate. Now here's Ball. Here's Diabate. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Hornets, Diabate, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. That one misses. For Boston, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Oh, and a dunk by Brown!
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Bridges outside. Here's Ball. 16 points for him. On target from range. Ball's got 19 points.
Listen, this guy's a barometer for this team's success offensively. They go as he goes.
Pass to Shireman. Back to Brown. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Queta, no good. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Miller against White. Pass to Knipple. Back to Miller. And here's Ball. Releases. Queta pulls it in. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Shireman. Driving in. Oh, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
Ball outside. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
Woohoo! LaMelo Ball with the ball on a string. How about that drive?
Brown with it. 14 points for him. And the layup falls. Brown's got 16 points now.
You see Jaylen Brown, he has the kind of verticality, athleticism necessary to make tough shots inside.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Back to Ball. And that one drops for him. And that's 23 points for LaMelo Ball. The Celtics shooting around 45% since the break. Pass to Queta. Outside, Brown. Lets it go from the wing. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball passes to Bridges. Back to Ball. The shot from the low post is good. Ball's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, LaMelo definitely has the size and creativity to make tough shots inside.
Outside White. Pass to Hauser. Left side, Brown. Knipple with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. It's stolen. Brown against Ball to the middle. Taken away. Fires it. Again, Charlotte.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And he drives in. Inside. Queta gets the bucket. Queta's got 6 points.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Ball outside. With the 10-footer. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Ball's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Here's Shireman, hounded by Ball. Outside, Brown. Pass to Keita. The steal. Miller with it. Now guarded by White. 1:07 left in the third quarter. And Ball with the basket on the assist from Miller.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Here's Shireman. Back to White. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Brown. The three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Bridges finds Ball. Down low. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
And the Celtics shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Now here's Brown. 16 points for him. Looking to get back on track. That one doesn't drop. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Gonzalez in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. White against Pritchard. White, good.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
Now here's Brown. He's guarded by man. Outside Pritchard. Right wing. Here's Vucevic. Back to Pritchard. It's hauled in by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Pass to man. Back to White. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
Vucevic has gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Connaughton with a screen on Pritchard. Pritchard against White. The kick out to Williams. Outside man. Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Brown finds Pritchard. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Brown. Pritchard against White. Pritchard, no good. Charlotte's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the pick. Back to Williams. Pritchard with a steal. Ball's going up the court. Pass to Brown. And the jam by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Connaughton outside. Now here's Williams. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Outside, Brown. Misses the jumper from the wing. The Hornets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. To the inside. Williams finds Connaughton. Outside White. Here's Williams. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Nice ball movement by Boston. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Now here's man. Not a lot of room. On the wing, Connaughton. Williams with the screen. Shot's good by Connaughton. And for Boston, they're shooting just 35% from the floor. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Gonzalez. Just 5 to shoot. Vucevic, a screen on White. Pritchard from outside. Again, the miss by Boston.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Now man. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Outside, Brown. Fades away. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Mann. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. White against Pritchard. White, the pass to Williams. Pass to White. Connaughton outside. There's the triple. Rebound Boston. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Outside Pritchard. Here's Walsh, covered by Connaughton. Hey! Walsh can't get it to go.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Brown with the steal. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Here's Gonzalez to snap the cold streak. They grab their own miss. Goes up again. And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
And Charlotte making a change here. James is checked in. For Charlotte, they've got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. White finds Connaughton. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, B.A., I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Here's Shireman. Puts up a 3. No luck on that one.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And that one's good.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
Here's Shireman. Pass to White. It's stolen by James. To the paint. Here's Connaughton. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Brown inside, covered by Connaughton. Pass to Shireman. Shot clock at 6. Outside White. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Hornets shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Outside, Williams. And here's White. Outside, Williams. And here's Connaughton for 3. With the clock winding down. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Padding the stat sheet, getting the board and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earning his coach's appreciation. Pass to Brown. Over Connaughton. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
Left side White. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA.
And stolen by Williams. White against James. Pass to White. On the wing, Connaughton. From behind the arc. The shot no good. Boston's shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Now here's Brown to halt the run. That shot no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Connaughton passes to Williams. Now here's White. Tight defense on him. Now Williams. Jacks up a 3. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hornets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for LaMelo Ball.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
White against White. Out to James. Williams on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.